Good afternoon, Sports Wars fans, ladies, gentlemen, children of all ages. Fantasy football is upon us. I'm your host, David LaRock of the Cover 3 Fantasy Football Podcast. We have Zach Rohn and Brandon Hicks. What is up?
Hello, guys. Football season. Let's get going.
Let's do it.
Yes. So we'll do pretty much weekly episodes going up to pre-draft. Episode 1 is going to be a little bit of draft strategy with some of the community questions and also quarterbacks. So, you guys have any strategies with dealing with quarterbacks? Just in general. Draft late, yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes. You pick them in the first 4 rounds. You might as well just go ahead and hand me your money now. It's done.
Yeah.
Just finish your league. You're done. Just don't even look at it for the 16, 17 weeks you'll be on there because you're probably only going to be on there for about 15 weeks.
That's pretty much the consensus. Now, I will say a disclaimer. When we talk average draft position and players and whatnot, this is going to be on a standard 12-team PPR league. I get it. Every league is like a different girlfriend, and they're all different and unique. The whole purpose of this podcast for myself, and I'm sure you guys can attest to it, is more knowledge the better. So if you've won your league 7 straight years and, you don't have to take this like the Bible, but different options are just, it can't hurt. And I believe all 3 of us are going to be in a competitive elite Sports Wars fantasy league.
Yes.
Really?
Yes, we are.
So, I will practice what I preach. So, whatever. But the point is, I hope all the listeners, readers, commenters, whatever, they all do well this year. That's pretty much my purpose, whether it's redraft season long or even daily fantasy, whatever. Just the more information, the better.
Yep.
Absolutely.
I will say this, though. If you are in a conversation with me specifically and maybe with some other people and you talk about sleepers and you mention a person in the top 100, I will drive to your house and stab you in the kidney. Unless you're in a 16 middle school league, a top 100 guy is not a sleeper.
No.
Just throwing that out there.
Not even in its right mind.
So, to kick it off, Zach, what are your top 3 fantasy quarterback most productive? Don't matter about ADP. You believe the top 3 quarterbacks. 3, 2, 1.
3, 2, 1. Rodgers, Luck, Brady.
Oh, Luck in the top 3.
Yes.
I guess his arm's working.
Yep. I think that he comes back just as strong as he was before he left, and he still has the weapons. He's going to be just right back on top.
He's going to be a beast.
Yeah, absolutely.
Rodgers is pretty much chalk. Same with Brady. It is what it is.
Yeah.
Brandon?
Mine's slightly different. So 3, 2, 1. 3 being Brady. I think he's got great consensus this year to continue. I don't know how much it's going to affect him with Amendola gone. 2 being Breeze. The kicker on this one for number 1, it's a lot to do with what Russell Wilson has left in his wide receiving core. It's either going to be Wilson or it's going to be Rodgers that pulls out number 1 this year. Rodgers, just because of the fact that you've got Jimmy Graham added to the lineup, you still have Devontae Adams, you're still going to have Ty Montgomery, you're still going to have Randall Cobb. So,
yeah. And it's Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, he's coming back from a collarbone season. The last time he did that, he threw 3 Hail Marys in a season, almost making it to the Super Bowl. So,
okay, all right. I respect that y'all say Brady top 3. I don't even have him in my top 5. But
wow. What's your top 3? I want to hear this.
All right, so top 3 being Breeze. I think the dip in passing attempts last year is an anomaly because their offensive line was putrid and they just ran the ball a shit ton. I think the attempts go back up, and it's Breeze in a dome.
And their schedule is mostly dome this year on top of that.
Yes.
And now, to top it all off, they added Cameron Meredith to the wide receiving core as well.
He has weapons. It doesn't matter. It's Breeze. It's Breeze in a dome. Again, my strategy this year is give me share percentage for wide receiver and running backs, and of course that's for different podcasts. And I just want a high floor. Like, you're never going to lose your league in the first 3 rounds. I'm sorry, you'll never win your league in the first 3 rounds, but you can lose it.
Yes.
So give me floor, give me breeze. 2, Russell Wilson. Like, I get it, he has nobody. That's the point. Like, so, and I have a shit ton of stats notes. So if I keep on looking down, I'm not ignoring y'all. Just I can compare to class. Wilson, Seattle scored 38 touchdowns.
Mm-hmm.
He had 37. Again, he's not going to have that much of a ratio this year, but just the fact he's all they have.
They still don't have a running back, do they?
Penny.
Oh, yeah, the rookie. Okay.
Yeah. Yes. And again, that's for a different date. Love Penny.
I love it, Zach.
And if you guys think that Chris Carson is going to be the starter, then stop listening to Pete Carroll because he's not. And my
I don't even know who the starter is.
Number 1 quarterback, his ceiling is through the roof. It's Cam. And that's because they're rushing touchdowns. I love it. It doesn't – I want a quarterback who is not dependent upon a wide receiver.
I didn't even have him in my top 5. So
because the fact they don't – yeah. And it's just – it's how many games did he miss in the last 2 years?
4, I believe.
How many did he miss last year? None.
None. Yeah, he missed none.
And he takes a beating, right? Running around, leads the NFL in rushing touchdowns since he's been drafted, right? They got another year with McCaffrey. They have weapons. They drafted DJ Moore, and he's not dependent. If Funchess goes down, no big deal. If McCaffrey goes down, no big deal. What happens if Aaron Rodgers loses Devontae Adams?
Yeah.
What happens if Deshaun Watson loses Hopkins?
Oh, it's over.
It's over. So, again, it's floor ceiling. I mean, ironically, 2 of my 3 quarterbacks are scrambling quarterbacks because those extra yardage and touchdowns are gimme.
Yeah, you're right.
And all 3 of them have been a prior MVP. Very nice.
I just saying. But, however, if Brady's in the top 3, that's great for me. I won't be drafting him just because he's going super high.
Yeah, he's way too high.
In fact, ironically, personal story, I have the one time I drafted Tom was in 2007. So,
whoa.
That worked out okay.
That's why you're staying away from him.
Well, because he keeps creeping up, and, the value's not going to be there. Okay, so moving on. Next topic. Who is your – I'm sorry. Yep, because we already answered that. Sean Powell pretty much asked, how long should you wait to take a QB? So, on average, I mean, me personally, it depends upon the landscape of the league. If you're playing with sharp people and the quarterback's not taken until round 6, then you could even go round 12.
Yeah.
But if you're if you're playing in a quarterback-heavy league that goes, first couple of rounds, you might have to, I don't want to say reach, but
I mean, it really depends. If we're going off of the PPR 12, then I'm looking usually about the 7th or 8th round to find me a quarterback. The one year that I did draft early was
Michael Vick.
No. It was actually recent. I drafted Peyton Manning because that was my gravest error I've ever made in fantasy football. I first overall. And that was the year that he played with torn labrum.
Whatever. And then I will say in another basic strategy that I forgot to mention, if you do draft a top tier guy, Brady, Breeze, Rodgers, whatever you do not draft a backup. Why?
No.
Why? If you draft Brady or if you reach for Breeze or Rodgers, I get it. That's cool. Personal preference. Why are you drafting fucking Dak Prescott? I don't reach because you have a limited roster spot.
I wouldn't reach Prescott anyway.
I mean, you were never going to bench Breeze.
No.
Right? He could be playing 85 Bears.
If he's got a bye week, I'll still leave him in there and still walk away with the win.
Then stream it on bye weeks. And if he gets hurt, then your season's fucked anyway.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
So just throwing out there for the non-veteran guys, if you draft a top-tier quarterback, don't draft a backup. It's just a waste of a roster spot. Okay, what is your guys' QB dark horse that is mid-rounds or later that will outproduce their position ranking? And I have this position ranking, so you're not lying.
I'm gonna. Oh, go ahead, Zach.
No, you go ahead, man.
Yeah, that's fine.
I'm gonna go with Carr. Derek Carr. They've got him very much towards the bottom of the rankings.
I fucking hate you because that's literally my guy.
Well, you got to think he's okay. So we've got Amari Cooper. We've added Jordy Nelson. You also have Mr. Weed himself. You know, because he's taking over Josh Gordon.
Bryant.
Yes, Martinez Bryant.
He'll probably get suspended, to be honest. When there's smoke, there's fire. But they added Jared Cook.
Yeah, and that's a great addition.
He was hurt last season. He was already on the roster last season. He was hurt majority of last season. So they renewed his contract. Honestly, plus you got Lynch in the backfield. You got Dougie Martin in the backfield. You have all kinds of weapons, and he's got an offensive line. That depends on his final season. If I'm in his contract. So he's going to do some things. Here's looking at you, Pat. Derek Carr's going to be the shit this year.
So, I mean, I'm going to piggyback because obviously he took mine, which is, for the record, we did not collaborate. So
no, not
actually
at all.
On point. My reason for Derek Carr is 2 years ago, people were up for Derek Carr for MVP. Like it was Carr or Brady. And like he broke his leg. And so preseason rolls around. He's not 100% healthy. And then he comes back and he has the Tony Romo back pulled muscle thingamabobby. The dude's still good.
Well,
and John Gruden simplifies the offense.
Very much so. And last year, he kind of played with that kind of PTSD mentality.
Oh, for sure.
I want to run out a little bit, but I'm scared. Although in that Dallas game at the very end of the season, that was when you actually got to see him get back into who he was.
And, I mean, it doesn't help that he had the 6th most drops in the league from his wideouts. Regression to the mean, that's not going to be as bad. And his ADP right now is 11th round, pick 128. Like, come on. Zach, go ahead, say Rich Gannon.
Very nice.
No, I'm going Matt Ryan, actually.
God, I hate you guys.
I think with the additions,
Is it clear? Is it clear?
It is.
Hey,
I don't think
I'm a Barnett.
He doesn't regress at all. I mean,
No.
They got a better wide receiver. They still have their tandem backfield that both of them can catch. So, I mean.
Well, that tandem backfield ain't going to last much longer.
No, not much longer, but they at least got it this year.
And he's going in round 9.
Yeah.
And then again, he was a year removed from an MVP season.
Yep.
Like, which it's like folks are just recent name bias, and they're like, Matt Ryan, and it's a matter of a year, and people like forget about Matty Ice. Like, it's not the fact that they like the whole Shanahan Drunken Steve mix. I think that's blown out of proportion because they were still effective. They just didn't have the volume of red zone targets.
Well, and a lot of people don't realize it, but you look at Shanahan's first season in Atlanta. They started out 6-1 and blew the fuck up after the bye week.
Yeah.
Yep.
And we basically started out another strong season and then kind of fizzled out towards the end. We're not used to Sarkisian's offense, the zone blocking, everything is completely
different.
But that's one stat. 1 for 18 was the target amount and to catch ratio for Julio Jones in the red zone.
Yes. And again, regression to the mean, that will be better. To go on that stat, Ryan went from 4th in red zone TD rate to 13th.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just,
it can only go up from there.
Exactly. They don't have to play a first place schedule. Everybody in the NFC South, for the most part, their defense got worse in one aspect or another, and the volume's still going to be there. Like I don't.
Did the Saints?
I said majority.
Okay.
And Tampa's front seven got a lot stronger.
Who did Tampa? Really?
I'm telling you, their front seven looks stronger now.
Okay, great.
The secondary still sucks.
So when they score 10 points a game,
like, they got to hold them to 9.
Yeah, no. All right, that's the dark horse. Next one, the Golden Goose QB, something I made up. What's the one quarterback you want 100% share in every league?
All right, Zach.
Stafford.
Really?
Yep. I've rode with him for 2 years. I didn't ride with him last year, but he
ADP is 8, by the way.
Yeah, he's always been consistent. That's what I like in my quarterbacks. I'm not trying to get somebody who's going to put 30 points up one game and then put 8 up the next game. Potentially. I want the guy Yeah, exactly. I'm looking for the guy who's coming in and putting in 15, 20 points every single week.
Are you worried about playing Minnesota twice?
No, I don't think that defense holds up this year. So
regression to the mean. All right. I can dig it. Hicks?
You bastard. Stafford's mine. Obviously we've got a new coach, some guy named Patricia. I don't know who the hell he is. He is going to bring on a defense that is going to offer Stafford a lot more time.
Absolutely.
Back there. Marvin Jones, him and Golden Tate pretty much ran a one-on-one in the offseason, training, workout, everything to get ready. You also have Galloway, who came in. He's going to be doing some numbers as well. And then with LeGarrette Blount, Kerryon Johnson in that backfield now, he is going to be able to fool the shit out of everybody because they have a run game now.
Yeah,
and so
absolutely.
He doesn't have to be one-dimensional, and they're going to try to put 7 in the box, try to creep out. They're going to try to put 8 in the box, and he's going to throw it over top. He's got a golden arm. He had it at UGA. The man is going to do numbers this year.
Just like he does every year. It sucks because my go-to QB, the one I want 100%, fucking Zach already said it, and it's Andrew Luck.
Yeah.
It's right now his ADP is 8, pick 87 roughly. There was actually odds. Me and a buddy were looking for MVP. I could easily see them winning the division.
Yeah.
Folks forget that before he broke his shoulder and the medical staff completely fucked up, he almost threw for 5,000 yards, and he went to the AFC title game, and that was with an awful coaching staff.
Yeah.
And they re-gutted it. You got Marlon Mack, you got T.Y. Hilton, who ironically his ADP hasn't moved at all from Luck to Jacoby. What is wrong with you people? How is T.Y. not going to be a top 10 at least? His weapons. And then I have
a lot more faith in him than I do. I don't have any faith in him coming back from this injury.
Dude, if he's healthy and all the reports he's thrown, he'll be fine. But
he hasn't been on a field in 2 years.
I get it. I'm just.
That's a lot of rust. That's like saying, okay, with Bridgewater being down and him going to New York and taking the top spot away from Darnold and McCown.
Sure.
I don't have a whole lot of faith in Bridgewater.
Well, good. You shouldn't. He plays for the Jets. I don't.
Oh, here comes the bias from the East.
I don't. There's only 2 players that I would even draft in the Jets, and those for a different episode. But, Luck, it's just we saw it 2 years ago. And I get it. If the shoulder is fine, maybe.
I just don't want it to be a Colt McCoy issue where he gets hit in the shoulder and he's done for.
Well, hey, whatever. All right, so let me think. Luck in the 8th round. Okay, so if he breaks his shoulder, I'll pick up, I don't know, Trubisky. Yeah.
Okay. Yep. Because Trubisky's got a lot of offensive weapons this year.
I do love Mitch.
Biscuits.
Yes. Real quick before we get off on the positive quarterback podcast issue, is there any rookies that you wouldn't mind drafting in dynasty leagues? Who's going to be the best quarterback going forward fantasy wise?
Honestly, he may not be a rookie, but this is going to be his rookie season. Patrick Mahomes.
Okay, that doesn't count. But yes, I do love Mahomes, but again, that's for next episode. Yeah.
I don't know.
Since Brandon wanted to punt on that.
I'm a Baker fan, so I'm going Mayfield. He has the weapons. He has everything on the offense and the defense.
Yeah. Okay. Boomer sooner. I get it. I'm going to go with Lamar. I mean, I know he's raw, but again, put your head down. I get it. Whatever. Maybe I just like highlight things.
I saw the Hall of Fame game. It looked horrible.
It is.
I mean, he had some bright spots, but
he's going to get reps. I'm saying going forward, the Louisville offense, very similar to pro style. I mean, I'm just,
if he gets traded, I would say Sam Darnold.
He's not.
No, I'm saying Sam Darnold would be my go-to going forward if he gets traded. If he wasn't with the Jets, the kid would be spectacular.
That is the worst hypothetical answer I've ever heard.
Don't start with me, David. Don't start.
Dude, he was drafted like what pick again?
Oh, God. What was that?
2?
No. We had the Giants had the second pick.
Yeah.
1.
No, that was Mayfield.
3?
It's got to be 3. Yeah.
It's so I don't even watch the first half of the draft, to be honest. Anywho, all right. That is going to do it for the positive edition of the Cover 3 Fantasy Football. No? We good?
What? Yeah.
Okay. Because you just said no. I was like, okay. There's a tape delay. Okay, all good. This will wrap up the positive edition of the quarterbacks we do like. Next episode will be all the quarterbacks we don't like. So if you haven't heard the quarterback that you're going to draft yet, it's probably not going to happen. So, yes, stay tuned and